We going crazy, we at the top and we never gon' stop. Hop in a ghost, I'ma get swayzy. I just got off with a jet and I cry. I win in a Humvee, I lie. I be on go cause I come from the shot. I'm shooting back, I ain't ducking no shots. Got power like Samson, I cut off the locks. Chirac, Timmer, in the cut like I'm Fredo Santana. Uju Banton, I hop in the Bama, the world is mine. I'm Tony Montana, I'm Pelican Fly. Diamonds on me cause I'm rapping a rock. I'ma go hard, I ain't killing them soft. I'm up in the hills, I feel like I'm Lauren, you ready or not? I like who got businesses, I'm CEO of mine. 1980 Prezi Rolly, we been working overtime. The witness, the police, the pigs, I don't eat swine. Son of Jacob, this biblical, my flow, the holy God. Save money ground up in the gutter where they found us. Stones in the faint mouth rush. More vacays, more bucks, more race, more foreign trucks, more on a tour bus, more pour cup. Toast to the winners, throw it up.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got salads. Go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started, y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop, you ain't here, I'm the real truth. Hunters, real blues, trips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the hood, dog, I still do.
From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. Tonight, we wrap up Week 11 with a good Monday Nighter between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. This defense for the Cards, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Right back to Mitchell on second down. And he'll get this past the 20 as he gets about 4. Now, this game, of course, held at the fabled Estadio Azteca, home to the Mexican national soccer team. Home to 2 World Cup finals, including Diego Maradona and the Hand of God goal in 1986. Look it up, kids. This is the final of 5 international games for 2022, as well as the 5th time a regular season game has been held here. The Cards and Niners actually played in the first of those games back in 2005, a 31-14 Arizona victory in front of an announced crowd of over 103,000. Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Murray trying again after the pick six. That one into the hands of Hopkins downfield. The 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that he got into his head a little bit.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First down, Murray. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals have moved out in front. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving into more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
To try again after the sack. Garoppolo, man open, that's Ray McCloud.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, And now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. On the return, Dortch. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
On second down now. It's Hawkins. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Throwing on first down is Murray. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 41. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cardinals are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one, more than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Here's Murray from midfield. He's got the connection to Moore. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
Now a handoff up the middle. Hawkins. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
On second down, it's Hawkins. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Well, I would have figured up to the 9-yard run on the previous play. Getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was. And now it's third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Murray going to try to throw on third down. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Rondale Moore, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On second and very short, Garoppolo. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Jalen Thompson picks it, and they'll start out with great field position at the 40. Line in enemy territory. They'll run on first down. It's Hawkins. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Prater on to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down on the 37. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the ball.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On first down, Hawkins. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 69 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Murray. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the 49ers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Lance. Antoine Woods breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And here comes Dortch on the return. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Murray going to throw. And this one is incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
35 yards that time on the punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. 2nd down and 8. Now Lance. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hawkins. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Cardinals are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half. Now, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's 1st play.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 19. Throw left side, complete to McLeod. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On second down now, it's Hawkins. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 109 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. On first down, Hawkins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Swim.
On second down, it's Hawkins. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And Lance going to throw. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And Lance throws the interception, his third. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Cards Patriots with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here's they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hawkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 130 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. They'll run on first down. Hawkins. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. No surprise this offense would be able to convert. They're currently second in the league in first downs, and they pick up one here.
Yeah, not a stat that we talk about a heck of a lot, but it's a vital one. And in this case, it's really vital because what does it do? Keeps their defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest.
The tackle there by George Odom. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Up the middle they go. It's Hawkins. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 34.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Prater's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Lance. And he'll find McLeod on the right side complete. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. On third down, here's Mitchell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And now they'll throw with Lance. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Just what they need, electric from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Lance to throw it. They'll get this complete to Charlie Warner. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well.
Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 45 yards. And the Niners are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Gold to add the extra point. And the lead drops from 34 to 27. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Still well in control of this ball game, despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Caught left side, Hopkins. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Hawkins. And some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 191 yards rushing for him now as he closes in on a 200-yard night. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better. Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Hawkins. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Got a man, it's McBride complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, and moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cardinals are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Prater for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Lance now to throw. Able to complete this one to McLeod. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
That good for 22 and a 1st down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
There's the stiff arm. And down to the 36-yard line here. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And the ball is knocked out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. There's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page, because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Lance. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Kevin King with a pick. And the Cards are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And they will take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee